Welcome back. Great to see you all. You guys inspire me and fill me with energy. This week we seem to be talking about adapting, but it's a transition from adapting from crap, so to speak, to adapting to greatness. How shall we adapt to greatness since we're such adaptable creatures? I mean, it's amazing what we can learn to put up with, isn't it? And we mentioned briefly yesterday that for a variety of reasons, we may have learned to adapt to less than the best. And, it's a matter of conditioning and what we grew up in. And our parents did the best they could sometimes. And sometimes they did the worst they could because they're human. But all of us have adapted to some degree to less than our very best. And I think if we're honest with ourselves, we'll certainly admit to that. But how is it that we begin to adapt to greatness? Because greatness is certainly available to each and every one of us. It's not as if God endows others with a greater magnitude of greatness, so to speak. But how do we adapt to greatness? And the thing is, we may have adapted to greatness in certain areas of our life. Maybe your finances are in really, really good shape, or maybe your health is in really, really good shape, but there's always some area where we've adapted to less than the best. And we need to learn how to adapt to these greater things. And yet we're not used to it. If we've if our finances have always been damaged or degraded and we've never been able to pay our bills, it's so familiar to us. Maybe that's what we grew up in. We always saw in my house, it was just my poor single mom. And boy, did she work her butt off, man, 16, 20 hours a day. But, coming home and always seeing the notice on the door, eviction, and every piece of mail was a weird color. You ever gotten those bills before? But be that as it may, if we're financially strapped, it's weird to adapt to being financially stable. If we've always been sick or lacked vibrant health, what's it like to be really vibrantly healthy and alive and vital if we've never really had a significant intimate relationship that was meaningful and warm and truly fulfilling? What is that really like if we have never been creative or innovative? We've always sort of been stuck in a box of limitation. What's it like to be really vitally, dynamically, energetically creative? Well, man, these are new things to adapt to, but as I think about it, if it takes any one thing, it's seeking. We have to seek it. And to seek something, we have to become aware that it's available. You can't seek something that you don't know is there. And so there's plenty of world scripture, there's plenty of wisdom, there's plenty of great teachers who are saying, are you struggling? Are you struggling with your finances, with your romances, with your health, with your creativity, with your meaning or your purpose? Well, come on up, adapt upward. Let's adapt up together. And so it does take this seeking, it does take this recognition. That's the direction that I want to go. That's what I'm going to work on. And I accept where I'm at, and I will move, however haltingly, forward toward what it is that I want. And there's a great line in scripture. It's really a hideous line, but it says, sometimes we will have to be content with patient improvement. Damn it. Content with patient improvement. Moi? Perfectionist me? Yep, you buster, you're just going to have to be content with patient improvement. He realized as he's strumming his guitar chords and playing his arpeggios and playing his new electric piano. And I want to close with this thought that if you're a Jesus person, wonderful. If you're not, I could point out several other great avatars who surrounded themselves with disciples. But here's something I think is very interesting, and you can tell me what you think. Jesus and all the other great ones, they frequently cruised around and they healed the really, really bad off, the lepers, the dead. Raising somebody from the dead, that's really quite an improvement. Or the lame or the halt or the deaf. But I've never seen an example of Jesus taking somebody that was okay and then endowing them with some great worldly skill. He never took anybody and made them a great artist or potter or architect. That always had to be struggled or worked upon, including his own disciples. He gathered a group of people and together they went to work on their most glaring character defects and they got better and better. I think forgiveness is available for each and every one of us to bring us up to what I would call base camp, the place where we can begin to engage and cooperate with life and begin to seek and aim and adapt to the greatness that's our lineage and our destiny. But that's up to us. And so this week, in what direction do you wish to adapt? Adapting from crap to adapting from greatness. Is it finance? Is it romance? Is it creativity? Is it engagement? Is it meaning? What is it for you and what is it for me? And let's be content with patient improvement. And then the sky's the limit. Anyway, have a beautiful day. It's great to see all of you, and we'll talk tomorrow.